So now I want to bring up to the stage 2-star VPs from Sandy, Utah. They were the first 2-star VPs in the entire company, founding Pet Pros from the very first day, and they were our very first Pet Pros of the year. Please welcome to the stage. Let's give a standing ovation for Matt, Trisha, and
Take it in, but don't look down.
so, if you need some water, we got water here.
All right.
You guys are good to go. I get to play Oprah.
Yeah, fun. Ooh, this was fun.
So tell us how you guys got started in pottery. Tell us about how that all happened.
All the beginning. So my wise mother said, you should do this. She's the one that kind of got me excited about it. So I signed up, and I think the most important thing that I did, because I had no direct sales experience at all. I had no, none. So I think the most important thing was that I committed. I committed and I said, okay, well, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. At the time, Matt wasn't involved, so that's why I feel like I'm answering this question, if you're wondering.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. So it was kind of my thing, you know, so giving it that commitment. When I first enrolled, I thought, okay, I don't know anything. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. So I'm gonna give it a year. Amber mentioned this yesterday in our leader thing too, so there's a theme. Are you sensing a theme? You can hear that we committed. I committed. I'm going to give it a year, and I'm going to do everything that Melissa tells me, because she's technically my upline, right? You're like, I don't have an upline. I was sponsored by the home office, so I said, I'm going to do whatever Melissa said. So that's really how we got started. I did whatever you said to do.
That's called being coachable.
Yeah,
Wow.
coachable. Yeah.
You took action.
Yeah.
So were you guys both on board from the beginning?
I told you we'd get to that. You know, for the first little bit, we made the decision together for Trisha to sign up, because we talked about it, and she said, you know, is this something we should do? And we both agreed that, okay, yeah, let's try this. You know, we had, you know, we didn't know what we were getting into. We had no experience, just like Trisha said. And so
You didn't know a donkey booth would be involved?
No, definitely not, or karaoke for that. And so, yes, it was initially it was both of our decisions to sign up and join, but it was mostly Trisha. It was definitely all Trisha. And if her level of commitment is any indication, you know, you've heard her talk about that first Palooza that she experienced, where she came home in tears. And so that just goes to show how committed she was. She stuck with it, and here we are. But no, I would say both of us weren't on board from the beginning. And it was, for me, it was an evolution, definitely. It took a lot of time and support and coaching. and even that first pawFest, I would have to say, for me, that first pawFest that I attended was really the impetus for me getting on board and accepting it, embracing it, and you know, joining Trisha as a team.
So how do you guys work together as a team now?
You
first must decide who gets the mic.
I just do what Trisha tells me to do. That's how we work together.
Well, just like anything, there's been some rough patches, if I'm being totally honest, because I am kind of a teller. I can be bossy a little bit. You saw it yesterday a little bit. So I can be bossy. So we had some great advice to focus on our strengths. What are we really good at? And so we wrote down everything that the business entails in a month. Like, what does it take to run our pottery business in a month? So everything, we wrote it all out on a piece of paper, and then we just divided. We went through each task and like, who's better at this? Or what do you feel that you're better at? And there's a lot of strengths that he has that I don't have. He's really good at it really just the community aspect. That's something that I'm just like, okay, head down, let's do this, let's go. And he's a lot better at embracing the community aspect and helping people have the fun. You know, he brings a lot of the fun in to play, but he's good at coaching too. He, in his day job, he does a lot of coaching with his teams, and so he can kind of keep the team grounded there. So yeah, it was just dividing and conquering our different strengths, and that's worked really well.
Yeah, it all comes down to cooperating. Again, communicating and cooperating. And Trisha hit the nail on the head. Really, when we started doing this as a team, we had to have that conversation. Okay, what do you want to do? What do I want to do? I don't want to act like your mother. I don't want to be nagged to death. It really took some communication, and so we did. We talked about, okay, well, what do you feel your strengths are? What do you feel my strengths are? We talked about goals. What are your goals? What are my goals? What are our goals? And we went from there. And so it's nice because we do make up for each other's, where each of us is weak. Or, where Trisha's strong, I'm weak. Where I'm strong, Trisha's weak, and vice versa. So it works together well.
Sounds like a great plan.
It's a great partnership.
I think so. So, what would you say to somebody out there who they're just like, man, I really wish my spouse would jump in with all paws with me?
Just communicate. Again, it all comes back to communication. Talk about when was the last time any of you talked about your goals together? What are your goals? What are his goals? His or her goals? What are your goals together? And go from there. Just talk about it.
One thing I would add is it's just like pet pros that you want so badly to join the business. If you keep asking and keep nagging and like, come with me, you should do this, let's do this. And they come to pawFest and they don't want to do anything, then just love them where they are and just say, it's okay, find support elsewhere, find support here in this room, because you can't, just as you experience trying to pull them in to do anything, it'll be just the same. You'll be trying to pull them to do any work, and you'll get frustrated and say, why aren't you doing your TSA? Well, I didn't want you to begin with, you didn't ask me. So I think it's important that, yeah, as Matt said, to communicate and make sure that's even what they want to do, because if they don't, then just let them be a really great cheerleader, and that's, I know that's probably more than you want to know. But.
And that's okay if they don't.
Absolutely.
Get them to pawFest. I feel like getting them here to pawFest. At that point, if they get here and they're not all in, like Matt was, he came to pawFest, he's like, I'm in, let's do this. If they're not in at that point, then that's where, love them where they are and just have them be your biggest fan.
Great. So what parting thoughts? You have all of these people out here that you can influence. What parting thoughts would you like to leave them with?
There's so much I could say. I could say a lot, but we kind of hit on in the beginning that just be coachable, because there's someone that knows more than you at this point, someone that's been there, done that, and follow them, have them be your pacing partner and link arms with them, and they can help you get to where you want to be, because there's people that have paved, just as Roger showed in the slides, there's a path that's been cleared, and so if you're unsure how to get there, then link arms with someone that's been there already. And that's the best advice I could give, because that's why I'm here. That's what I did with Melissa. I said, what do I do next? I don't know what to do, or I'm stuck. And that year commitment was huge, because I had a lot of resistance in the beginning. We shared yesterday in Leadership Day that I had a really, really rough start, and I had people that I thought for sure would buy, for sure. Like, these guys love me, they love my mom, they'll buy, and they didn't buy. And that was a really tough start, to walk away from my first event and have zero in new volume, zero in new sales. I'm like, what do I do now? Where do I go to now? So that's when I reach out and say, all right, Melissa, what's next? What's the next option? So I would just say that commitment is huge, and being coachable and linking arms with someone that's done it before.
And if I could just add, some of the best advice that was given to us in the very beginning, I think by my clients a lot, was just to be here, be present, because there are a lot of new folks here, and you're not going to know everything. We don't know everything still, but we show up, we learn, we grow, and as long as you are here and you're present, you'll continue to learn and grow as well and be highly successful.
Well, thank you guys so much. I wish we could have you all up